welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you don't know me, I am Tsungi, and I basically created this platform to share educational opportunities, and today I'm going to be sharing bursaries. So I've done study tips, that sort of thing. Now we're going to actually go into bursaries. Oftentimes the requirements aren't actually too crazy if you're from like in matric, which is something I do suggest applying for. Once you're in, like, if you're in matric, it's easier, in my opinion, to actually secure funding than once you're now in university. However, it is still a possible thing to do. So that I have come across these different bursaries is firstly on Study Trust. This is a website, I'll link it there. Study Trust and ZA Bursaries. Now these two literally, these two have like all the bursaries you can think of that are open. It is quite hard to navigate finding that currently open bursaries, which is why I created my platform. But those are the two best places that I can find, that I can tell you to go look for bursaries. So let's start off with actually understanding what is a bursary. So you have scholarships, bursaries, and loans, right? A bursary is basically funding based from a company. This might be funding that you might have to pay back later on after you're now employed, by the time you finished your degree, or you might not have to pay this off. The best thing about bursaries is that it covers most of your expenses, right? There are some bursaries that are partial, but most of the ones that I post are actually, they cover your full tuition. So that's tuition, accommodation, textbooks, living allowances, all of that jazz is actually like part of the bursary. They do have requirements to maybe maintain that bursary, such as like a 75% average or that sort of thing, but that's something that you'll see when you get there. Applying. So how do you need to apply? The things that you'll be required to submit, that you need to gather before you start your application process, is your motivational letter, your CV, which are things that I'll cover if you do request those. So just let me know in the comments if you'd like me to do a video on that, how your CV should be formatted, your motivational letter should be formatted to get the best opportunities for yourself, right? So also you might need your matric certificate, your latest results. So basically all your academic stuff. You might also need references, which is why it's so important to actually build relationships with your teachers, the people around you in the academic world, because these might be people that will actually be able to get you that bursary by positive word of mouth, right? And so make sure that your documents, your ID is certified, all of that stuff, because if these bursaries are really strict, if you do not hand in something as they have asked for it, they'll simply just move on to the next application, so yeah. And then so the common mistakes that people make is actually things that you shouldn't do, right? So the first is sending in incomplete applications. If your application is not complete, if you don't have a proper motivational letter, not have a proper CV, your ID is not certified and they've asked for it to be certified, this will automatically disqualify you. Put your best foot forward and make sure you are diligent about this process. And then also missing deadlines. So you do not want to miss the deadline, which is why I'm telling you now these deadlines, and you need to actually stay up to date. And also don't copy and paste generic motivational letters. So you can use AI. Some bursaries that I've actually come across, they will reject your application if they find that you have used AI. So they are very strict about this, meaning that they don't want generic, I came from struggle and ChatGPT it, and then that is not going to work. You need to make sure that your application stands out. So that is a really important aspect that one needs to secure, obviously, if you are going to plan on studying and you know that you don't have the financial means to do so. So I'm going to be sharing the first bursary, which is the Hollywood Foundation bursary, and this bursary funds finance, accounting, marketing, IT, and computing and data science. And it is an undergraduate bursary, and it closes, applications for this bursary close on the 16th of September. Then we're going to go on to the next one. So the next one is actually the Volkswagen Group bursary, and this one funds undergraduate degrees in commerce and engineering, and it closes on the 19th of September 2025. The next one that we're going to cover is the ISPA Inspires Educational Sponsorship. And this covers ICT related courses for undergraduate and postgraduate studies, and this closes on the 30th of September. And then we're going to go to the last one that I'm going to talk about today is the Amazon Recruitment Bursary. And this one is actually a computer science and engineering bursary, and it for undergraduate studies, and this closes on the 30th of September. So these are just a few of the bursaries that I have. If you do want to know more, I have plenty more that are on my TikTok channel, so feel free to go check those out. I post daily, at least 12 bursaries minimum daily, and that is my breakdown of bursaries, how you can apply, how to go about it, and all of that stuff. Do let me know if you need help in the comments below with your bursaries, and I'll be there to help you with that. As always, thank you so much for staying, for subscribing if you are. Thank you so much for having subscribed if you are a subscriber. If not, consider subscribing if you enjoy seeing this sort of content and you'd like to see more in the future. If you did like this video, please like the video, and yeah, I think I've covered it. Period.